Okay, so I left off in my last video about her finally confessing that H was not who she was saying he was. He convinced her to run away. I honestly don't even remember if I freaking touched base on that because my memory is so bad from all my trauma. But he convinced her to run away. I believe. I mean, she obviously was old enough to make her own decision on that. I know that. But again, she was what? She was 15 then? No, 14? 15? I don't know. I can't remember right now, honestly. 2023 is when it happened. And no. 2023. Holy crap. My brain is like effed, man. Anywho, 2023, and so she would have been 14, 15, going on, whatever. So 14 or 15, right? And she left. I had taken her phone, I had taken her computer, she didn't have a tablet. I had done all the, the locks, the cameras, the door sensors, the door alarms. I tried staying up, trying to catch her sneaking out. Turns out she was going through her window. And she was only getting these ideas from him. She was only able to do these things or thought of these things because of him. So when I do understand that when she ran away, me and her weren't getting along super great. Not because, I don't know, I think a lot of it had to do with the other story that I'm going to have to tell that is, there's no way this is my life, part 75,100 whatever. So, yeah, I think a lot of it had to do with that, him, and then, just me lifing, life is lifing, normal teenager behavior, so I think that contributed to her wanting to run away, and potentially, be with this man, and whatnot. So she ran away. I found the note or the letter that she left me, and I have it. I've saved it, and I don't know how to edit and add pictures and texts and whatever to these things. Like, I don't care to do that. Like, I'm not here for looking pretty. I'm not here for anything. I'm literally just here to talk about my life and how fucking crazy it's been and how I should make a movie and pick the characters and everything, but whatever. So she ran away. I have it somewhere. I can take a video of it and show it eventually. I keep forgetting, and I need to be reminded, honestly. So, I went and told my, I'm gonna call him F for fucker. Anywho, went and told F for, like, hey, she's gone, I found this, and he read it, and he's like, oh, whatever. And then I went and me and my mom were not talking because I didn't realize it at the time, but he was telling her, my mom, one thing about one way about one thing or something, and then she wouldn't, like, I was getting pissed because they would talk about me, and like I was literally being driven crazy by F gaslighting me and whatever, because a bunch of pieces finally connected once everything finally happened and I found everything out with F and with this H guy. It's just, again, there's no way this is my life because it's just so effed. Anywho, so me and my mom were not talking. I called, I reported her missing to the police department. They sent an officer out, which, by the way, is a fucking idiot. I don't even remember his fucking name, but he's a dumbass because I was telling older guy that she's been talking to and whatever, right? And I was like, or she could be next door at my mom's house. And I was like, but she's not next door. You just take this little sidewalk here and you follow it around. He goes, yeah, like to get to a normal house. And he like had a snarky fucking comment. I'm like, okay, you go to the next door neighbor's house and nobody will be there because nobody fucking lives there. But you do you, officer, whatever, officer. Anywho, so he left for like a minute, comes back and he goes, oh, nobody answered the door. And I thought that he did go to the correct place. No, he went to the other freaking house because he's an idiot and literally had you went from the driveway onto this little pathway right there, and there's a little sidewalk going up to her house, her door, because it was like a next gen house, you know, of the primary family on one side, and then like a kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living room, whatever on the other side of like the wall, but it's all under one roof. And so I was like, well, she is home, like I hear her. He goes, well, I knocked, nobody answered. I'm like, did you go to the right door? And he goes, yeah, the house next door. And I'm like, no. And I was like so pissed because 1, he dismissed me. 2, he didn't fucking listen, and 3, he was a cocky motherfucker. So whatever. And he was short and stubby, so what the fuck ever, dude. Anywho, and so I was like, no, she's literally right next door, like right out this door. And I pointed to it, and he's like, oh, okay, fucking dumbass, whatever. And I'm like, you're an emergency contact? Fuck, for who? Goddamn, whatever. And so he checks, he asks her, he checks, blah blah blah, she's not there. And I was like, I think she's with this older guy, his name is H. I don't really know anything about him. I don't even think that's his real name. I have, you know, he's come to my house. I have all these other reports about him, like a hit and run. He hit my car. And not even him, it was his son that he sent to meet me to get me off of his ass for not meeting him. And he even brought crutches. The dude that I met brought crutches because he was trying to keep up with the ruse that he had knee surgery, and that's why he couldn't meet me. And thinking back, yeah, I get it, and it irritates me now because I had my brother over, I had my sister-in-law over, my mom was there, and I think maybe that was it. But they knew that I was going to go out and talk to him, and yet nobody took my youngest. Like, she was crying, oh, she's crying, she doesn't want to, whatever. So I had to take her with me in my arms to go meet this fucking dude, which now pisses me off thinking back on it. And he wouldn't even roll the window down more than like this much. I couldn't even see like his whole face. And I was like, this motherfucker. So I opened his door and I got a good fucking look at him. He had no fucking thing on his knee. He had a crutch sitting in the passenger seat laying there to keep up the ruse, whatever. And he was like, oh, you don't open my door. And he closed the door, and the door frame hit my youngest on the head, on the back of her head. She started screaming and crying. And so I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I was fucking pissed. So I went inside, and he was like, I'm gonna leave. So I went inside. I told my family what happened. I'm like, I'm getting my keys and I'm following him, because fuck that shit. So I grabbed my keys, put Maddie down. She was fine. Like, it really wasn't like a really hard bump. It was just more of like a you know, like that. But the fact of the matter is it was the back of the head. She was a baby, and he's a fucking dick. Anywho, so I grabbed the keys to my car, and I followed this motherfucker through the townhouse that we lived in at the time, parking lot. And he was facing me, and I was facing him. And for some reason, my car just started going straight and rammed into the front of his car. Don't know how that happened. And for some, you know, we were just like going gas to gas, hood to hood, lips touching our hood, you know. And I wasn't giving up. Fuck him, you know. Like, you are trying to get my kid, I will fuck you up. So he goes on the rocks, gravel, whatever, and goes around. I fucking throw it in reverse. I follow his ass, and his car was smoking. Like, I didn't hit it, but our cars hit hard enough, and I had a bigger vehicle than his little car, and fucked his engine up, and his front bumper and everything was all dented, and he had to put a lot of money into fixing it. Well, you know, it's not my fault that his foot went off the gas and so did mine, and we just happened to hit each other. And because, you know, he was trying to get away. I was on the phone with 911 at the time to have an ambulance sent out for my youngest, and then to report the fact that this dude is running from whatever. And, you know, she had pills from this guy, she had alcohol, she had weed, she had a supply. Let's just say that he was supplying her with whatever she basically wanted. Money somehow. I don't know for sure about money, but I know, like, it was like gifts, it was like furniture, it was stuffed animals, it was food, it was like he would order her food on like Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever and have it delivered, or he would go pick it up and he would deliver it and say it was Uber or whatever. And like, it's so twisted to me, the extreme amounts he went to conceal himself and what he was doing and how old he was. It's gross. It blows my mind, and I just can't believe that people like that walk among us. There's something, like, seriously genetically like wired wrong in their fucking brain. Like, I swear, there's no way that what they do and how they do it and stuff is normal. How they think, what they think, and whatever is normal. There's just no way. So he, you know, I finally got, like, so I don't really know how and why she, you know, decided to finally come clean or whatever, but she did. And I called the police department that I thought took the report, but it turns out that got sent to another, like, jurisdiction, police station, investigation place. So I never got a call back. Like, I was like, I don't know, you know, what's going on. Like, I've called, I've left a message. I don't know who, if there's even a detective on the case. Like, I don't know what else I can do until I wait. So I ended up getting a call from a detective one day, and he was like, I got handed this case. My name's Detective B. I'm gonna just go B. Detective B, and you know, I'm a special victims unit investigator. I'm like, okay. And so he set up like an appointment or like an interview for her to go over what she knew, where she was at, what happened the 10 days that she was missing, why she came, you know, basically everything and anything that she could. And then, you know, he's like, well, I'm gonna find him. Like, I'm going to find him, because so anyways, it went cold for like a few months, and then I get like a message or whatever saying that she needs to, could she be able to pick him out of a lineup? Okay. And I was like, let me ask her. So I asked her, and she goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. So the detective's on his way then to come show you a lineup of men, and if you see him, then you obviously can point him out. She's like, okay. Comes over, there's like 5 or 6 people on this page, and she immediately spotted him, pointed him out, and it turns out that was the guy that the detective thought it was. So he was easy to find, and how they found him was he was trying to get a 10-year-old girl on Snapchat in his apartment complex. 10 years old. Okay? And I'm not talking just to like buy her stuff. No. It wasn't for that. It was for and pictures of, and you know, illegal shit, okay? 10 years old. The girl told her mom, the mom reported it to the police department, and then he called like around and was like, has anybody blah, blah, blah. And that's how they found out. That's how they found him. My oldest pointed him out and confirmed that it was him. And then they tracked him down. They found him. They arrested him. And the next thing I know is I have a call or a message saying that they have him arrested and he's in jail. And I was like, oh, okay, holy shit, like, wow, like, what happened and whatever. And not only finally did I know not everything, but get told what was going on, what happened, like, you know, how old he was, where he, you know, stuff like that. So this is where it makes me just want to bring back public hanging, public stoning, whatever you want to flip and call it, because this fucking motherfucker, fucking fuckhead, was trying to play it off that he was 14, 15, 16, right? He was 63 years old. 63. This fucking 63-year-old man was trying to get young girls, can't even say women, young girls, and was grooming them to eventually traffic them out. He was like the lure, like, oh, okay, look, we can do all this, we can buy you this, we can blah, 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 give you everything you want, right? But you have to, you know, give me pictures, videos. And his job basically was he would get whatever they wanted from whoever, pills, weed, drinks, whatever, okay? Give it to the girls in exchange for pictures, videos, their time, their, you know, them. And then once they had either people willing to have that girl or take that girl or want that girl, he would, you know, he'd be like getting more pictures, more videos, and that's how he would make his money, by selling those to other people. And then they would eventually like be trafficked, because Arizona is a hot spot for being trafficked, like very hot, especially Tempe. And I went down to 27th Ave Indian School, which if you know Arizona and like the Phoenix area, you know that is not a place you want to be if you're not supposed to be there, and let alone a woman, and let alone alone. And I did that alone. I walked up and down 27th Ave Indian School, 27th Ave and Camelback, up and down for like 3 or 4 nights in a row, looking for her, putting up posters, talking to people. I almost got trafficked my fucking self and taken like 3 times. Anyway, so yeah, so she ran away. She was with him for 10 days, and then she, like, I went on the news. I can also post that or give the link or something. And I was really chubby then. Not chubby, but I was like a little more like round in the face. And yeah, so I went on the news, and then he was apparently watching the news, looking to see if she was going to be reported or if anything was being said about her. He was watching online and, you know, whatever. And he saw that I had put her on the news, that I had, oh God, that her picture was everywhere, literally everywhere on the news in the state of Arizona. So the whole state of Arizona knew that she was missing. And if you know her, or if you've seen her, or if you know me and you know her and what she looks like, not saying that she's gorgeously beautiful, but she stands out. I'm just gonna say she stands out. Her eyes go from green to blue to hazel to all of them, and she got that from her dad. Thank gosh, because that, oh my God, he's so beautiful. And she long light brown dark blonde hair, white complexion, just, we walk into places and people look at her, and well, they look at me, but they look at her too, but she's very different, not different, but she stands out. Let's just say that she stands out. That he knew that he was fucked. So he basically let her go, I guess, in a way, and told her to say, oh, well, I was with a group of girls and blah, 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 come up with a stupid fucking story and, whatever. So, she went with what he said because, what else are you going to do at that point? So anyways, she calls me, and I had finally been sleeping for the first time in those 10 days. But I didn't even have my car at the time. So even if I did want to, go and pick her up, I wouldn't have been able to. My aunt was using my car for work or something. I don't know. And, so I didn't even have my car. So he dropped her off like 30 minutes from where we lived, where she ran away from, closer to my aunt's house. And she walked to my aunt's house at like whatever time in the fucking morning or late at night. And she tried calling me a few times off people's phones, I guess. And I was so exhausted that I didn't hear it. I didn't feel the vibration, nothing. So she walked to my aunt's house and she saw my car there. And she's like, oh, well, Mom couldn't have even came and got me anyways. So my aunt called the police, once she got up and got some rest and, stuff like that. And then the police brought her back to me. And, what the fudge? Wrong one. And so, yeah, it was crazy that I found out all of that information after, oh my God, almost going on like 3 years of knowing that this situation was not right, knowing that this guy was not who he says he was, but I had no way to prove it. I had no way to prove it because she didn't have a phone. She didn't have a laptop. She didn't have anything to be in contact with him for me to find out because I took it away because she was with him and was sneaking out and whatever. So I, was doing what I thought I could do to keep her from keeping in contact with him. And then that's where, that's where the burner phones came in. That's where the secret teddy bear armhole thing came into play, and all this other stuff. So, I tried, I tried to monitor her phone. I tried and whatever. I took everything away, the burner phone. So essentially he groomed her for like 2 years, tried to get her trafficked. And she had lived with my brother after she came back from running away because I was so upset and just happy, but like sad and stressed out and anxious. So I could not even, so she went to live with my brother and sister-in-law for like a month, and he tried to get her from there too. This was, I think, after she ran away. Oh fuck, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look. But I am at my job, so I need to go.